Hello, it's Emil here. I hope you have a really great day. I was just walking back from my lunch and took a little stroll around this park. It's kind of really nice weather here, even though it's starting to become an autumn. It's a really beautiful day. I hope you have a really great day as well. So, what I really wanted to talk about today is some words about fear and specifically facing your own fears. And also wanted to share you a little trick that I've personally used for the last couple of years that has helped me a lot in facing my fears and taking my life to the next level. Generally, I would say that there are two kinds of fear. So that you have the ones that are like real fears, like that can truly harm you, that can physically hurt you, that something we should be afraid of, and that's something that really helps us from preventing us from putting ourselves in harmful situations. But what's even more common today is that we have like irrational fears, fears that we make up ourselves and that only exist in our own minds. And one common example of such a fear is public speaking, which I know many people, including myself, have. Specifically for me, it was a couple of years ago, and these kinds of fear where there's truly no physical harm in them, they are still very real in our own heads, and it's one of the reasons we have them is really biological, since when we look back at the time where we as humans lived in caves, if you were put in that situation, like in the spotlight, and having your whole tribe around you, looking at you, staring at you while you were talking, it could often mean that you had done something wrong or had to answer for something. And if you just said one wrong word, could mean that you would be frozen out from the tribe and had to leave. And in that environment, it almost certainly meant death. Couldn't really survive by yourself, so you really didn't want to say anything controversial that could put risk that you became excluded from your tribe. But I truly believe, and also have experienced, that facing these kinds of fears and getting outside of our comfort zones is really the only way for us to grow as individuals and for us to really live up to our own potential. And I guess many of you can resonate with this scenario, that you are like in a big group of people, maybe at work or something, and you have something to say that you think is valuable, but you can't make yourself open your mouth because you don't want to be put in the focus and draw attention, and you just sit there silent, and you leave the meeting feeling very disappointed at yourself since you didn't have the courage to say what you believed in. And I've experienced that so many times myself in my earlier days, and I wanted to give you a trick to really make the distinction between the true fear and the one we make up ourselves. And the trick is that if you only feel fear in itself, it's probably something you shouldn't do. But if you at the same time as you feel fear, feel some kind of excitement, it's a sign from your body, or as I see it, that you should do it. It's like an arrow that this is the way you should go if you want to take your life to the next level. One example from my own life was when I was asked to speak from stage at one of SFM's live event earlier this year in London, and they asked me if I wanted to stand up there on stage in front of several hundred people, and almost immediately felt a lot of fear, but it was also something I could feel a little bit excited about. And I was very nervous, but I was so happy with myself that I made it. And often, even if you don't perform as good as you want, you're almost always very happy with yourself that you had the courage to actually do it nevertheless. And all of those kinds of experiences will make you grow as a person. So yeah, you just need to distinguish between true harmful fears and just made up ones. And as soon as you feel both excitement and fear at the same time, it's a sign that this is something you need to do. So try to keep that in mind, and hopefully it can help you with some of the decisions you're facing forward. Speak soon again. Bye bye.